everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Tell me that it's out trying to get in the dorm to get me and the blood. I'm like, what you mean they trying to get us? He like, they trying to kill you. Now look at you, finna start a war. So let me tell you how I went to prison when I was 18 and almost got killed for getting a tattoo on my thigh by a gang member. When I was 18, I went to prison, not jail, prison. I'm talking about down the road, shave your head bald prison. I'm in there, I started dating this crip. The that I was dating, he had been locked up for 15 years. Y'all know how that go. When you in prison and you a gang member and you've been locked up for a certain amount of time, they allow you to mess around with or that y'all said, but you have to be locked up for a certain amount of time to be able to do that and still get respected. So he was heavily respected, still banging, still active, everything. Okay, cool. And we walk around, that was my man. My man sold weed in there. One day it was this blood and his roommate down there. They used to run tattoos on in the dorm and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get me some tattoos done. So I told my nigga, I said, go talk to him and, you know what I'm saying, see if I can get in, you know what I'm saying, and get me a tattoo. He wound up working a deal with the nigga to, you know, give him some weed and the niggas go do my tattoo. So the tattoo is right here on my thigh, y'all. It didn't get finished by the time it was time to lock down in the cells that night. So my stupid ass decided to stay in the room with the blood and overnight and locked down in there with him and his roommate and finished my tattoo. The doors popped at 6. My tattoo was done. I went in my cell. I tried to creep back, hoping nobody had seen me. Like, I was like, as soon as the doors popped, I was running out there room, going to my room, because I already knew, like, you can't get caught walking out no gang member room, especially no blood. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the morning, they gonna think we got something going on. And prison is not no joke, y'all. For real. I done went in my room. I'm thinking I got away with it. I'm asleep in my room. So my nigga come in my room and he cursing me out. You a bitch. You a bitch. Look what you done. You done stirred up all this mess. Da, 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 da. So I'm looking at him like, what the f is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Y'all, mind you, I'm 18. I'm scared as shit. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? This nigga tell me that this nigga out trying to get in the dorm to get me and the blood. I'm like, what you mean they trying to get us? He like, they trying to kill you. Now look at you, finna start a war. So like I said, I'm 18 in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm fresh. I don't know nothing about no prison. So when a nigga walking in your room telling you that it's about to be a war because of you, bitch, you scared as fuck. I don't give a fuck what you say, bitch. I'm in that bitch shaking. He tell me to look outside the door. Bitch, I'm not looking all the way outside that door, bitch. If y'all know prison, them niggas don't have weapons. They walk around with shanks. Bitch, who finna get with a piece of bed metal? You done lost your mind. So I'm telling y'all, I just cracked like a piece of the door just to look at it just enough. I see hella blood standing in the cellar port trying to get inside the dorm to get me. But they not just trying to get me. Y'all ain't trying to kill the other 2 blood too. Just for even letting me stay the night in that room, bitch. Ooh. So y'all, I stayed in my bed that whole day. Bitch, I didn't get up out that bed. I stayed in my bed. I'm talking about with the sheet back, like I'm laying in my bunk. I'm like, with my door locked. No, I'm not finna, they not finna get me. I'm telling you, but like I said, my nigga Crip, so he out there with the Crip niggas, and the Crip niggas telling them, like, y'all not coming in here. Okay, so the dorm that I was in had the head Crip nigga, and that was over the whole compound. So the dorm I was in was predominantly Crip. They're not finna let you come in here and do nothing to me, because if you come in here and do something to me, it's gonna f what they got going on. And people got cell phones in here, they got, you know, all types of shit. So if you come in here and try to kill me or outside of 10 folks, shit go get took and all of that. So y'all not coming in here. They told them y'all not coming in here. That shit dead. Here it go, chow call. Like, it was probably like later that night. My nigga come in my room cursing me out. He like, man, he said, what I told you from the jump when you first came in here, I'm gonna make sure you make it home, y'all. He was like, this prison, you hold your head up and you go walk on that walk and you let niggas know that you ain't scared. I don't give a fuck what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He was like, we together. You ain't finna be like no bitch in no room all day. You be scared to walk on the walk because niggas will kill you. Like, it when you get outside your dorm and you on that walking anywhere, classes, child call anywhere. If a nigga want to get you, he can get you right then. My nigga had 4 Crip with me. It was like 4 of them, and then it was like 2 him, and I had like 2 of my friends with me. I was walking there, y'all. So we done ate everything. We walking out the dining hall. Why does 2 niggas come up trying to get me, y'all? I'm shook again, bitch. I'm running to the dorm. Like, my nigga, he like, yeah, just go on to the, like, I'm running. He telling me to go on. He's still standing up there with his Crip homeboy. Okay, so like I said, we in chow call. We in there eating. We finished. So we walking out of the dining hall, and 2 blood tried to run up on me and stab me. So 2 of the Crip start getting into it with them. So they stab each other. The blood end up winning. They stab the Crip up. The Crip end up having to go to the hospital. So here come all the guards and stuff, all the officers. So they lock my up like they locked the 2 blood up, and the other that was with my I had already ran back to the dorm. Me and the 2 my friends that I was with. The next day, I had got a call out. If y'all know what a call out is a piece of paper that tells you like you need to be somewhere at a certain time and it'll tell you where you need to be. So the call out was for me to go to the warden's office. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck I need to go to the warden's office for? What the fuck he calling me for? So I was one of the officers in there. He worked for the CERT team at the prison that I was at. He told me what was going on. Like, oh yeah, it done got back to the warden that you're the cause of a gang war that's finna pop off. So I'm walking up the door going to the call out. I'm nervous as because I'm not trying to get transferred or nothing. My still here at this camp. I get to the warden's office. He's basically asking me like, what was going on, what happened, and why and how am I involved. I'm not telling him shit. I'm not telling you nothing. First of all, you the police. So as I'm telling him that I'm not saying nothing and I don't want to get involved in none of that, this man says, so you don't want nothing, you don't want to tell me anything about the situation. I said, no, I don't want to tell you nothing about the situation. So he comes around the desk and he's like, well, I heard other things about you as well. I'm like, I was like, what did you hear about me? So this man tells me to get up and tells me that I can go. But before I leave, so I'm getting up to leave, he grabbed my hand and makes me start feeling on him. So I'm sitting there, I'm 18. This man is grown as fuck in there. Like, I'm scared of shit, y'all, though. This is the warden. What the fuck am I supposed to do if the warden is sitting there making me touch him and is touching on me? Like I said, I'm getting up, getting ready to leave, and the warden started feeling on me. And then he made me start feeling on him. So I turned around and I told him, I said, if you finna try to do this with me, I need something from you. He asked me what I needed. I said, I need you to get my and his homeboys out the hole. I said, and they need to come back to the same dorm that I'm in. All I know is me and the warden did what we did. And then I went back to the dorm, and the next day when I woke up, my and his homeboys was walking into the dorm. Later on that day came, I'm sitting there chilling with my and all that. All I know is we seeing hella officers walking down the walk. They coming in, all the lights in the dorm starting to come on. They locking us down. They telling us, lock the fuck down, lock the fuck down. They yelling in, they coming in, they screaming. So I'm asking one of the female officers, hey girl, like what's going on? What we getting locked down for? So apparently some crip niggas that's in the open dorm over there, because I'm in the cell house dorm. So you know what I'm saying? We in the cells, but it's also dorms across the field where you not in a cell. It's just bunks over there. So it's like open. So apparently the crip niggas got revenge for the two blood niggas, the crip niggas on the walk, and they done the blood niggas up. I'm talking about had them bloody. It was people, it was niggas getting airlifted because they had got up so bad. It was like hella getting locked up. We seeing them getting locked up out. They walking out the door. We seeing like, so we was locked up for like 3 days, y'all. I'm talking about getting fed through the door and everything. Couldn't call our folks. Couldn't do nothing. So the 3 days was over, and then they finally, you know, the compound is off lockdown. They letting us back out. The warden calls me back up there to the office. He like basically telling me like, I know all of this because I've already been getting intel. Officers in prison know how to get information out of other like cellmates, and you know they'll offer them stuff. We need to find a resolution to this shit. So I go back down to my dorm and I'm talking to my niggas. So I'm like, the warden keep calling me, you know what I'm saying? He's saying we need to figure out what we need to do because gangs is literally going to war. So y'all, before I met my, I was with this triple OG blood that was in the dorm with me, but the triple OG blood that I was around with, he was, you know, DL, like super DL, like, but he had young niggas all up under him, like he was running shit in the dorm for the blood. So I wanted to fuck with him. I'm not fucking with no small fry ass niggas when I'm coming to prison because I was young. I said if I'm gonna fuck around with niggas in here, especially gang members, I'm gonna fuck with some niggas that got some stain in this bitch. So me and my triple OG blood. So we was messing around and stuff like that. We would sneak around in the early mornings and stuff like that. Or, okay, I was a scammer in prison. So I used to know how to like do credit cards. I'm buying credit cards online, you know, the CVVs and all of that, and sending gifts and stuff like to his baby mama. Y'all, I swear to God, his kid's whole Christmas was on me one year. I'm in there. I'm buying shoes online. I bought her a TV for her living room. I'm buying all types of shit for his baby mama. Mind you, I'm in prison going down on her baby daddy. So like I said, I was messing around with a triple OG blood nigga, like late nights, early mornings. So he had a phone. So everybody in prison knew I was like scamming and, you know, sending shit to folks. People used to pay me to do orders. I was there doing half offs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I go. I'm in there scamming, you know, sending they folks stuff, making my money in there. It just so happened that the triple OG blood nigga, he had a phone in the dorm, so I'm going in his room to use the phone, but the whole time we messing around on the low and don't nobody know. So mind y'all, this was before my crip even moved into the same dorm that I was in. I was messing around with the triple OG blood. But when the crip moved in, and I seen that he was willing and open, and he was into boys. I said, I'm finna go over here with the nigga that can openly walk around, and he's still respected in everything that he got going on, and he got young niggas up under him. I'm finna go over here. I'm over here sneaking around with you when I can go be with a nigga openly, and he still got some rank around this. I said, yeah. So y'all know where I went. I went with the Crip niggas. So the blood nigga walks up on me and my Crip nigga, and he telling us that tomorrow it's gonna be a big gang meeting. It's already been approved by the warden and everything, y'all. It's finna get serious. Now this is when everything started getting real deep. So he was like, yeah, they want you to come, Dana. They wanted my Crip nigga to come, the head Crip of the compound. And it was gonna be the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? And basically the head blood of the compound wanted to know what was the reason that all of this was happening. Y'all, I'm the reason that all of this is happening. So I'm like, oh shit, it's finna get real in this. My nigga was like, whatever they want to do, cause this is a blood nigga talking to me and my nigga Crip. So he whatever we gonna do. So the blood nigga tell my nigga oh, he ain't letting nothing happen to me. And my nigga said, oh well, I ain't letting nothing happen to him neither. Y'all, when I tell y'all in that moment, I felt so. I had a blood in the Crip. I was like, ooh, here we go. We waking up the next day. So it's time for the meeting. Wow. So my nigga done got a few of the Crip niggas. He got the head Crip with him. It's me. And y'all will be surprised who's standing next to me. My blood. So like I said, they real stab friendly in this bitch. So you got the blood violating the other blood for even letting me lock down in the room with them that night to even get the tattoo. Because y'all know in prison, no gay person is supposed to be locking down with no gang members, period. So y'all, they are literally getting up in front of us. So now everybody on high alert. You got the Crips pulling out they shit, everybody pulling out they shanks and shit. So when the Crips start pulling out they shanks and shit, the other Bloods on the other side start pulling out they shanks. Cause we all out there. But still, the only people that are getting right now are the Blood who I was in the room with that did the tattoo. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So all of this going on. So the Blood that I was around with before I was around with my Crip had moved me behind him because he was like, it's too much going on, just stand behind me. So the head blood on the compound, I guess he had peeped that the blood was with me, on my side. So now he's asking what we got going on. So now he's getting questioned on where we stand in our friendship. But mind y'all, we aren't supposed to have a friendship in the first place. And gang members really not even supposed to be communicating and all that stuff in prison. It just don't go down like that in there. So with me fucking around with all of these and then have these niggas, I'm sitting there oh my God, they finna kill me. I'm sitting there oh, these finna kill me, bitch. So I start running to the dorm. The Crips and the Bloods start sticking each other because some Blood start trying to run after me. So now the Crips and the Bloods is each other, but I got the Blood that I was around with and the Crip that I was around with over there, in the war right now that's going on. I'm looking back, y'all, I done fell. I'm crawling on the ground on the field. You got the officers starting to come down the walk and they starting to run towards us and stuff. Y'all, I swear to God, I ran back in my dorm so fast and ran in my cell. I said, oh no, I'm not doing none of that. I promise you I'm not. So we locking down. They done locked the whole compound down now, y'all. The whole compound is on lockdown. Nobody can get out their rooms. Nobody can do nothing. I'm talking about we're literally dead ass sitting there, can't move. Mind y'all, like I said, I was on one of the officers that was in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting, I'm able to get out my cell, move around a little bit more than what is able to move around, you know what I'm saying, because of who I was in there. So I'm getting out my cell, taking stuff to my that I'm getting from the officer. I'm giving stuff to my Blood that I'm getting from the officer. So they had ended up letting us off lockdown. As we're getting off lockdown, my Blood, it was a few hours later, my Blood comes to me and he damn, they trying to send me to the hole. He was I'm getting calls and other Blood is telling me oh, I need to go to the hole. Cause okay, y'all, on the other side of the compound, there was literally no on the other side of the compound. It's nothing but gang members on that side. So they don't put us over there. So the head blood of the compound is trying to send him over there where there's no gang. Because they're saying that me and him have a friendship or some type of connection. They don't know what it is. They really can't tell. So they're sending him over there. So he's sitting here telling me oh yeah, they trying to send me over there. So I'm sitting here damn, they really trying to get rid of one of my niggas. And nobody knows or could confirm that we ever did anything. Because I would never just go out and say oh yeah, I was with this nigga ever. So it was like when me and him had what we had going on, I would never say anything. So now he's getting a call from other bloods saying that he got to go to the hole and go to the other side of the compound because they don't want him in the dorm. Because the dorm that I was in did have like some gays in there, but in prison there is no alternative lifestyle pod or no certain place where gays go. Like, if you a nigga, you going in there with the niggas. Like, if you have a dick, you going in there. Like, I hate when trans and gay boys and all of that get on the internet and lie. No, in actual prison, when you go to prison, if you were born with a, you're going in there with the like, and that's just that. Now in jails, actual jails, like before you even go to prison, when you're in jail fighting your case, now jails have alternative lifestyle pods, but prison does not. So once you get down that road, you a bro. My blood is now packing up to go to the hole because the bloods are making him go to the hole so he can go to the other side of the compound. I'm sad as f-. But before he leave, he came to my room and he had gave me his phone and he was like, you can keep my phone, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, mind you, phones cost $1,000 in prison. Like, them is high as f- to even have a phone in prison. So for him to just be coming in here and giving me a phone, I'm like, oh, this with me. But he did have one condition of me like keeping the phone. He was like, you know what I'm saying, he was like, just keep sending my baby mama and my kids to the house, you know what I'm saying, because I had like, y'all, even now still to this day, I still know who this man baby mama is, but she don't know who I am. But you're welcome for all those gifts that I sent you, sir, because he had me sending you gifts every week just to keep that phone while I was in prison. Y'all know I don't usually get on the internet and tell none of my personal business, but this is just going too far. So the blood that I be talking about in my prison stories been hitting me up for the past few weeks, and he just tried to set me up last night because he said that he got a family and he don't want nobody to tie the prison stories to him or nothing like that, and he ain't willing to lose his family or nothing like that over the stories that I'm telling. But I don't give a fuck, and since you own it, I'm gonna tell you your name now, Rashad. Stop playing with me. Y'all just seen I dropped part 7 yesterday. Wig laid, orange 2-piece set on. Look at me now. I've been sitting in the police station all last night and morning because his homeboy just got by the police last night for trying to set me up. Y'all, look, he in the car crying, don't want to get out the car for the police. Look. they finna shit stupid ass. He's so stupid. Get out the car with your hands up. Hands up, ho. They finna get his stupid ass. That's what you get for trying to rob me. So that was the video of his homeboy getting unalived by the police last night for coming over there trying to fuck with me. So here go the backstory. I was on my way to a hotel party. You know, it was posted everywhere online. So obviously he watching my social medias. He knew where I was gonna be. So y'all, I get to the hotel party, but I'm getting out the car with my friends. Bitch, I'm with all my friends. You get what I'm saying? But I got my brothers with me. Anybody that knows me knows I have 13 brothers and 7 sisters. Real ones, bitch. And they don't f off about me, bitch. So we pulling up to the hotel. I'm getting out the car. All I hear is, hey, shawty, run me that money. So I'm like, run you the money. Y'all realize I'm turning around and I'm looking and I see the blood. So I'm already knowing, this ain't about no money. You telling me it's the blood that it's about some money so you won't get caught up in your game, bitch. But this ain't about no money. So, y'all, it was a whole brawl. My friends versus the people that he had came with. But then my folks got to shooting with his folks, and it just went from there. The police wound up pulling up, and they had pulled off on one of their homeboys, accidentally left him there because he was still getting his ass beat by my brothers, and he ended up dying. And y'all, that's not even it. Rashad's daddy works for the Atlanta Police Department, so I'm getting text messages and threats from people saying that I need to take my prison videos down, and the dad is texting me saying that I need to take my prison videos down or he can't control what his son is going to do to me. So basically, you're saying at Atlanta Police Department officer is saying that you will let your son do something to me, right? That's what you're saying, right? You're saying you can't control his actions if he does something. So you're saying you'll let him do something to me and let him get away with it, right? That's what you're saying. And the dad's name is Damian. That's his name, and he works for the Atlanta Police Department. Damian, I'm on your ass. But everybody keep texting my phone and calling my phone right now, so I'm gonna call y'all back.
Hello?
Hey, who you said this was again?
This is Bree.
Bree who?
I got your number from Instagram. You told me to call you.
Oh, okay, yeah, you Rashad, baby mama.
Yeah, I seen you was going on a rant on Instagram, and I seen that you mentioned my baby's father, so I wanted to see what was going on.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I was dealing with Rashad when we was in prison. We haven't dealt with each other since I've got released, but we was dealing when I was in prison.
Hold on. You said y'all were dealing.
Girl,
like,
we were
what type of dealing?
we was I mean, girl, I was your baby daddy. I'm not even gonna lie. But like I said, the flat screen TV that I had got for you, he didn't get that for you. I got that for you. Them tennis shoes for your daughters, I had got that too. The Christmas that one year, that was me.
Right, but I was under the impression that all of that came from his mama side of the family and his mama. So what?
Girl, none of that came from his mama side of the family. I sent all of that while we was in there. I was literally going to his cell in the morning and we was sneaking and messing around. He had a phone. I didn't have a phone. So our agreement was we would mess around. We was already messing around, but our agreement was I just had to send his baby mama stuff, which is you, in order to keep using the phone.
And how long y'all been messing around?
Girl, we've been out since 2021, so you do the math.
This really got me caught off guard. Like, we have 3 kids together. This is really catching me off guard. Because we literally just rekindled everything. Like, the nigga just told me he was gonna do right.
Like I put on the internet, this was never even supposed to blow up like none of this. I was never even gonna...
Baby, it blew up.
I was never ever gonna even say Rashad's name. It only got there because he started sending me threats in my text messages and DMs, telling me to stop doing my stories and take my prison stories down. I'm not taking nothing down. So I just need to know like where we're going from here.
I'm confused because you're asking me where we're going from here as if you haven't already bashed this man on the internet. So what do you mean, where are we going from here?
Girl, I mean, like, where are we going from here? What do you mean?
We're not going nowhere.
What do you...
We're not going nowhere.
I mean, I've already had your baby daddy. I don't want him no more. It was never... I've already had him. I don't want him anymore. You know what I'm saying? I had my time. I had my time.
You know where he want to be, so you
that and right there with you. Like I said, I had my time.
No. He can stay over there.
And that's why his homeboy rolling right now.
He can stay over there.
See, and Rashad and Damien thought I was playing, but I really came up here to handle my business because I'm up here at this courthouse now. And yeah, we finna start filing these reports against his daddy. Damien, like I said, I was on your ass. See, as y'all can see, I'm in here. I'm at the courthouse. So as y'all can see, I'm in here. Talk to the clerk. Get my stuff handled. Baby. It's over with. And bitch, that's how you send a threat. Bitch. Yeah.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yeah, we staying lit, big dog. Man, listen. Hey. So I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I told this story once before in one of my videos because I've been to prison and I was on a minimum security, so you was kind of like in open dorms or whatever. But there's like 2 dorms together, but it's one entrance, but you can go in this dorm or you could go in the other dorm where I stayed. And so next door to me was this dude, he was from Compton Crip. He had another homeboy. He was from actually California, but he got locked up in Tulsa. It was another dude from Compton Crip. They knew each other from the streets of California. They 2 separate charges of how they got in prison, but in Oklahoma, crazy situation. But one of them got locked up in the city, and he was in the other dorm, one, not the same one that I was in. That none of the Compton Crip, them being friends, really made a difference until it don't really make any part of the story until like later. But it was this other dude, they called him Michael Jackson because he looked like Michael Jackson, like light skinned Michael Jackson, and he was gay. And Michael Jackson lived in our dorm. So when count time, no, I take that back. Michael Jackson lived in the other dorm, or the next dorm over. The one same with the other Compton Crip, the one who the story's about. Well, supposedly, I never seen this because I never go over to that dorm. I go every now and then, like when I go watch the football games with my homeboy, I'd be over there. But you ain't supposed to be in other people's dorms because you can get rolled up and all type of stuff, lose days and stuff like that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I mean, you got all the time in the world in prison, but you don't want to lose it. But then, so they was supposedly like, I don't know if they was messing around or not, but the Compton Crip dude always would let Michael Jackson come, be in his room, be sitting on his bed. They'll be, swapping food out and stuff like that. So it all looked fishy, but then nobody really cared. Everybody like kind of minded their business because, as far as gang members, you're not supposed to mess with gang members and UABs, which is Aryan Brotherhood, them dudes, and the Indian Brotherhoods, you're not supposed to mess with. So, and it was actually two dudes got into a fight over Michael Jackson, and one it was an Aryan Brotherhood dude, and this other dude they got in a fight over Michael Jackson. Then the Aryan Brotherhood had to tattoo all his, he had to cover up all his stuff, and he was a big ass dude. But since we was on a minimum, wasn't nobody finna kill him or nothing like that. But anyway, just to say, Michael Jackson was a hot commodity to people who was some doo-doo chasers. So, well, one day we was all standing out in front of the dorms before count time, and Michael Jackson ran out. He trying to grape me. He trying to grape me. We looked over, and the short Compton Crip dude came out. And was like, hell no, dude, I ain't trying to. He said he owed me some money or something like that, and then so while like they call lockdown, so everybody go back into their cells or count time. So everybody go in their cells, sit on their bunk, and wait for count time to come around. And I'm talking to the dude next door to me, who's the Compton Crip, and he was like, "Man, he be having them dude all laid up on his bed, feet all kicked up and stuff. They be sitting there watching TV together. I don't know what's going on with that, but you ain't supposed to be doing that. But like I said, people mind their business. You're a short timer, so you ain't really trying to, what I'm saying, press the issue or nothing like that. If you want to live your life, live your life. It is what it is. And so right after count time was up, man, you just heard the Compton Crip dude beating up Michael Jackson, and he beat him up pretty bad. And then the Compton Crip, so everybody at that point, everybody knew what was going on. And then Michael Jackson came out telling the story about how he was trying to put his thing in his mouth and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they had already been kissing and stuff like that, but he was like, Michael Jackson told it all. And dude went to the hole, but they was gonna let him back out, but he didn't want the embarrassment, so he went on ahead and got shipped off to a different yard, just to save the embarrassment. But like, I mean, I don't know. So that was a crazy story. We had this one dude, we called him a buzzard because he prey on the guys. So as soon as they coming off the bus, he jumping on them. And then we had this one dude named Eric, but he go by Erica. And Eric used to put these big old curlers in his head, and he used to like walk around with a curl and like all this, you know what I'm saying? And Eric was a short, stocky dude. So word is that Eric will knock you out and take it from you. So he'll knock you out and leave a box of Little Debbie's for you after he get finished with you. So yeah, I steered clear from Eric, but because he was not playing, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section.
Everyday people.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.